I'm gonna be honest. I still cannot believe they decided to close Monday Night Raw with Enzo Amore and Big Cass splitting up. So tonight's segment was Kurt Angle trying to crack the case on who attacked Enzo Amore and Big Cass. And he brings out Enzo and Cass. He calls out the Big Show and the Revival. And they try to go through every single clue. Kurt Angle says that, hey, apparently Big Cass had a size of a baseball lump in the back of his head. It felt like a giant punch that he got hit with. And Big Show felt offended by all this. He's like, hey, listen, if I'm going to attack someone, it's not going to be from behind. It's going to be literally right in front of you, face to face. And he even got at it with Big Cass. And then Kurt Angle decides to question the Revival, because apparently the Revival was backstage at every single time that Enzo and Cass would get attacked. By some miracle, the Revival had enough evidence to prove that they were innocent in all of this. And then Corey Graves decides to speak and says, hey, he has video proof on this whole situation. And then he talks about how apparently Big Cass wasn't attended by WWE medical staff, as Big Cass was claiming in this whole situation. And then Cass was like, oh no, but I was being checked out by outside medical staff. And then they play the video that Corey Graves had. And it's pretty much Big Cass setting up the whole thing of him getting attacked. Like, he's backstage and grabs, like, stuff to make it seem like he got beat up and shit like that. And then Enzo is looking at all this, right, in disbelief, like, what the fuck, right? Because you can now assume that, hey, it was Big Cass that also attacked Enzo Amore from behind. And Big Cass like, yeah, damn right, it was me. I did it. The heel turn, for what it was, it's not a heel turn that you're going to go back in time and say, oh, remember that time where Big Cass turned heel? It's not going to be a water cooler conversation tomorrow, I guarantee you, at work or at school. But what I liked about it was that Big Cass spoke from the heart. He pretty much said what he felt this whole time, being held back because of Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore being dead weight. How this whole time, Big Cass had to be the one to defend Enzo Amore after all the shit that Enzo Amore has said that was stupid, especially on Twitter, calling out Conor McGregor, saying that he could knock out Conor McGregor, which I thought was funny for what it was, and how Big Cass should be right now the future of WWE. He should be a champion. He will no longer be held back by Enzo Amore, and then he decides to attack him, and that's how they close the show. Now, as far as Big Cass being a potential champion, yes, mid-card champ, without a doubt. I can see him being Intercontinental champion, or hell, maybe even the US champion. As far as him being like, oh my god, a next world champ like that, not right away. At the same time, though, don't be surprised in a year or two from now, WWE decides to do that experiment. Because when you think about it, Big Cass, just as Baron Corbin and Roman Reigns, they all came out of the developmental system. So don't be surprised if they really want to push these guys to the moon when the time comes. Because again, they came out of that developmental system. But nonetheless, at the same time, as far as the match between Big Cass and Enzo Amore, people are saying Great Balls of Fire. Now, me personally, I'd say it for SummerSlam. I feel like, hey, they're both from the New York area. Makes a lot of sense, especially in Brooklyn, and have Big Cass get the win, of course. Now, as far as Enzo, to be honest, it's whatever. I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments your thoughts on this whole heel turn of Big Cass and where do you see this going and all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure to like all my videos, and as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's your boy Heel, and I'm out. Brah.